Oh yeah, hi. How are you doing? I was going to say, how's it going? Um, your question is great, and I think it's easier to make a video. And I got used to it during COVID. It's kind of fun. It's like talking on the telephone, and I can see my face at the same time. It's just this bizarre narcissistic thing, isn't it? So what we have are three different places to check, and you can validate this with a variety of searches. Actually, maybe there's four, probably five, a whole bunch of different things. So when you are going to the library catalog, which does have a ton of reviews in it, you can often put in the title and just throw it together like this. Knowing how the catalog works, though, it's helpful. Oftentimes, people don't go by the first name. Sometimes they'll say J. Morgan or something like that. And I would put in the word and. That's an operator that just says, okay, after you've searched for this one title of text, then return this one too, just in case there was another book. That one didn't turn out to be as important, but we'll put it in there anyway. For the title, this works on Google as well. It's going to in the catalog and in Google, it's going to search for these words independently, and oftentimes it gets it together. But if you wanted to search through one block of text, you put it in quotes, and then it'll search for that whole string of words and letters. Um, One weird thing about the catalog is oftentimes, I can even zoom in, the colon here seems like a stop character in some database language. And so if there's ever like a title or a subtitle, I'll pick one or the other to put in quotes. So let's do the subtitle in quotes. I'm going to copy this because I'm going to put this in other places too. So the reason I'm showing you this and my methodology is so you can repeat this as when you go forward and look for reviews on other stuff as well. Otherwise, I could just send you the bad news. Here's your article. So, in the library catalog, you can see we've got online access to the book. That's great. Um, and now I'm getting a message. I hate it when that happens. Let me turn off my phone. Okay. Ah! I apologize. Well, those Friday things. Okay. So here we have books. If you go down to articles, here we have forthcoming titles, and they're two different journals. So you could look at those. Those are reviews. Those are not peer-reviewed reviews. Or another way of looking at it, if you're coming from a class perspective, sometimes teachers will want you to look up peer-reviewed articles in a related theme or using that particular title. But those take a long time. Even June, you're right. It might be a while since before something like that comes out. So a particular review article is going to be a lot different than like a literature comparison or something looking through a critical literature or historical lens or something like that. But this is how you could find something like that because they would deliberately talk about this. So let's move on to a database. Oh, I forgot. If you need to just see a review, if you go to Google, there's something that I like to call a contextual search. Whoa, everything's in caps. It is Friday. And then I misspelled review. It is totally Friday. If you type in review, or if you type in food, restaurant, whatever, and then put a colon, that'll be the context for everything that it returns. And so essentially it's like promoting a keyword. I only want reviews. And you could do that same search. And Google, knowing that you put that word in there, will give you some reviews. I don't know if these are scholarly or not. It's Duke University, but it might be their just a little thing on, they might be the people publishing the thing. There's Goodreads, definitely not scholarly. There's news and events, maybe the author or authors or subjects of the book are doing a tour. So this might be something that you can use. but whether it's scholarly or not is kind of, I'm not sure. If you do find something that you're like, oh yeah, this is it, send it to me and I can tell you if it fits the scholarliness. You usually be able to tell. It'll be like 10 plus pages instead of just a paragraph. Let me show you a couple databases where you can look for reviews. From the Marriott Library, don't forget to log in to either Canvas, CIS, or this off-campus access. But you can go to the database listing. There's a history one. I noticed that. So you could go in here, but that's going to be like the original research and things like that. So it might not be book reviews, but it might be worthwhile. But again, the scholarship of it. But if you go to, where'd literature go? There we go. If you go to literature, this is where people are making those comparative scholarly articles. The first big one is the Modern Language Association. There's tons of reviews. There's tons of discourses about authors, genres, individual titles or several titles put together. That's a great place to go. I already looked there, though. There wasn't anything, which is, it's a new title. But there's another one called Literature Resource Center. Ooh, LitFinder. I think that's just looking up authors' short stories. Literature Resource Center. It's called the LRC. Oh, here it is. Literature Resource Center. This is a resource that we've used for a long time in efforts to find reviews on or bibliographies or all sorts of different things. And we can do that same search. That's why I copied and saved it. And there's an advanced search, so if you wanted to just look up the author, there might be more about the author in particular. Are you going to let me go? And do you notice something? These are the two titles we saw in the library catalog. So we're already validating what we've already seen. So this is the procedure, this is the methodology that I would systematically go through when I was looking for something. I feel like I've not quite gotten an idea of what you're looking for. So if I got it wrong, do let me know. If I got it right, you can let me know on that too. If you want to find other things related to this, and we wanted to build a paper or an argument using things that talked about the topics in this book, I think that's totally doable. And we could do that from a variety of lenses, from literature to history to public policy, you name it. So, happy Friday.